Hi everyone, welcome back to Adventures in the Fairy Garden. Today I'm really excited for today's fairy themed unboxing. Today the Winx Club reboot is officially out on Netflix. I have not watched it yet. I'm waiting to watch it with my partner, but he and I binged all 8 seasons and World of Winx and Fate earlier this year. Over the years, like when I was a kid, I watched the first 3 seasons, I think the 4Kids dub, and then when he and I first started dating, we had watched some Pop Pixie. We never finished Pop Pixie because I think it's supposed to be in a different continuity, but I don't know. This is a reboot anyway, so I found Flora at Target. They also had, I believe the dolls are a Target exclusive. They only had Bloom and Stella. Otherwise, they didn't have Musa, Aisha, or Tekna. I'm really wanting Aisha. Aisha and the Flora are the main 2 that I really want if I'm not going to get them all, because Playmates dolls, I like what they've done with the Miraculous dolls, so I was really excited, but these face molds to me are not my favorite. Flora's I think looks alright, but Bloom's I would say is probably my least favorite. Then I've got from eBay today some mail. I got this Ballet Masquerade Barbie. I already have the blonde one of this, but what I'm doing with all my like ballet collector dolls is I'm turning them into fairies. Go figure. And this box is old, but that's okay because she's coming out of this box. Again, like, she's so pretty. This particular one, the blonde one, I already cut off the feathers that are on the skirt because they were shedding everywhere, and I got her pretty cheap at a local secondhand store in box, and I was like, you know, I could just make her the way I want. Then we've got the Sugar Plum Fairy. Again, I'm gonna give her wings as she deserves from the Nutcracker. And then last, another little kind of extra today. Target had the new Rainbow High Littles where they have like wings, which I do like. Behind me is my Pixling collection, and I have every single Pixling except for the limited edition Unia that was like maybe only 1,000 were made or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. In the like Shimmerverse wave. And if you're on the Magic Mixies subreddit, apparently somebody had emailed Moose Toys about Pixlings, and they had said that they were discontinued, which I had kind of been thinking since we hadn't really heard anything, like multiple toy fairs, no new waves, nothing. And I'm really sad because I love Pixlings. Like, they are gorgeous little detailed dolls. I do think I could have done without the like gimmick packaging, and I think a lot of people could, but I wish they had just done them without the gimmick packaging, but that's just me. But yeah, I have a little extra space where that little sign is that says Fairy Crossing. I want to put it in front because there's room for one more doll. So I actually have one of the Rainbow High Littles that I customized into like a Mushroom Fairy's little sister thing in with my Pixlings, and she kind of blends in. So I was like, well, these could work. Astrid's little sister, or no, Astrid. Her name is Astrid. Iris's little sister. I really like her, but her outfit is not my favorite at all. I may eventually get her to redress her. I don't know, because she's really cute. But, and same for Ruby's little sister. I forgot her name. Some of the outfits they gave them, especially Maya's little sister, for this wave were questionable. Okay, so the wings are this like kind of plastic. They have this sort of mechanism in the back, so I'm thinking it has some sort of fluttering capability. Oh, it's already moving. I'm wondering if it's gonna fall. I have, which I think I did it. Yeah, I did a video about them. The flying butterfly Barbies from the late 90s have kind of a similar feeling on the wings, and you have to like kind of snap them into place, if that makes sense. I do wish these dolls had more articulation. Currently they only have knee articulation. I really like Flora's outfit. Flora has always been my favorite. I don't know. I just like, for one, I really like pink. I like flowers and that kind of thing. So Flora has always been my favorite. So she was kind of a natural choice for me. Again, I know there's a lot of opinions in the fandom about the Winx reboot, and I'm reserving my opinion on the actual show until I watch it. I watched Mermaid Magic when it came out, which is by the creators of Winx Club, and by the way, they've implied on their social media that maybe they'll cross over with Mermaid Magic. I really liked Mermaid Magic. And, sorry, I thought I heard something from maybe upstairs. Okay. Okay, so the wings do, like, have a little, like, moving thing. I don't know if there's, like, a button, or you just kind of, like, push them. They kind of, like, flutter around on their own as you're, like... But she's really pretty. The hair is really nice. It's pretty soft. I'm terrible at identifying hair fibers. And then she's got her little boots. These boots are not my favorite. I'd rather her have, like, I always was a fan of, like, whenever they would do, like, kind of lace-up shoes, like, think Enchantix. But that's okay. Again, this is, I believe, supposed to be, like, their base transformation for the reboot, so we have places to go from here. She also has tinsel in her hair. It's like a greenish blue. She has green eyes. She has a little choker kind of thing. And then she has these little armbands that are made of the same, like, ribbon with roses on them. And then her little petal type skirt. It's really pretty. I like this iridescent fabric. I know some people don't like it. But I just really like it on dolls. And so she can bend her knees. She can hang out around the fairy garden at least, kicking or something. These dolls are $17.99, which wasn't too bad. I was figuring they would be $20, so slightly less than I thought. But overall, I don't know if I'll get the rest of them, only because some of them I don't like that much, but on the other hand, it is really, really hard to find Winx dolls for a reasonable price on the secondhand market from earlier seasons, so we shall see. I know a lot of people did not like season 8, but, like, currently that's the only Winx merch that I have. I have some little figurines that I found at Ollie's, and I only have Bloom and Stella because that's what they had. Alright, so there she is. Then we have the Rainbow High Littles. I am hoping, since the first gen, that they've fixed their hair. The hair was the most difficult to work with Polly. I hated it so much, especially because I made the mistake of trying to dye it, and it drove me insane. Okay. They have their little pets. I will probably put him hanging out in the fairy garden, or he can stay with her, because I have all my Pixlings have, like, little mixies that go with them. For the last wave that they released, the like galaxy hair ones, or the ones with the really long like hair and they had like different gimmicks, they came with like a little mixie, and then for a time you could get the like mixie minis like in a pack at like Five Below or something and get quite a few. So I kind of just matched them all up with one of their own. Okay, also one thing I forgot to mention, these have these clear little legs. Rainbow High, I think some of the Rainbow World stuff hasn't been my favorite. Occasionally I'll still watch like the YouTube show just to see what they're doing, because I'm like, it's a magical world and that's cutesy and I like it. But it is aimed at a much younger audience, and there are some times where I'm like, it's a bit much for me, but that's just me. But in the show, I think the little sisters, at least some of them, not all of them, or no, everybody except Bella's little sister, actually, because I remember she stayed in the swimsuit that they gave her for the, what do you call it, for her little place. And she had to, and she was struggling with the fact that everybody else had wings and she didn't. And it's like, no, it's Plush, I think that's her name. It's okay. You're here. It's okay you don't have wings, but honestly, if all my friends got wings and got to be fairies, I would be really jealous. And if I just had to hang out on the ground, I'd be so mad. They do take her like parasailing or windsurfing, whatever, the thing you can fly around on. Okay, but they have these clear little legs because that's part of their little fairy transformation. It's fine. I guess they didn't want to give them like, because I have here they are, the glitter legs, Clementine and Rosetta, I think. I think they're cute. These little wings also fit on the pets. The hair feels softer. It's probably still poly. Again, I am terrible at identifying hair fibers. They do still have a molded top. And then this little thingy, little peg to stick the wings, and her hair does not want to behave. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she's got, well, I feel like at that point I can't even see the wings. Okay. The wings feel really small and blend in, but it's okay. It's okay. But she's cute. I almost got the purple one too. But I decided to just get the green one because I love my pixelings, but if you paid attention to the line, there was a whole lot of pink and purple. There was so much pink and purple. And every time they would come out with something like a little different, I would get really excited just to have like a new color pixeling. And green is also my favorite color. So there's that. Okay, and here's her little pet. Gives kind of dragon vibes. She has these little shoes, which, by the way, these fit, I think Barbie. I think I've tried these, so they will fit Barbie shoes, kind of. At least some of them. And again, even though pixelings are discontinued, you can find them a lot of different places still, and right now, a lot of them are on clearance, or I've seen them popping up at Ollie's. Technically, as far as I know, the like 1,000 Unias that were limited edition that she had, which by the way, my Unia right here, I gave her a little custom outfit, so she would be kind of more like the limited edition one. That's the one from the 2-pack. But I don't think they've all been found, so there's still a possibility that you might be able to find it in like a random one from Ollie's. She's cute. I got some new little like hair clips, so I'm probably gonna clip her hair back so you can see the wings a little bit better. She kind of reminds me of, like, I think it's Lime Chiffon from Strawberry Shortcake, but like the later 2000s version. If she was in there, I don't remember. Now here is the Sugar Plum Fairy. This box is like pretty yellowed. The rubber bands around her ankles are definitely gonna deteriorate the second I get them out, but that's okay because she's not meant to stay in the box. I try sometimes, like I'll think about keeping a doll in the box, but I just can't do it. I just want to play with them too much. I want to get them out. Oh no. I think she's got, you know, some mold or something on her leg. So I may have to take her tights off, because maybe it's just on the tights. I hope it's not on the plastic. Ooh, this box. I don't know where this was stored, at basement or something. I'll probably do that later. And then Ballet Masquerade Barbie. She looks fine. I think she'll be okay once I get her out, but I think Miss Sugar Plum Fairy is gonna need some attention. So with that being said, that is today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have you seen the Winx Club reboot dolls? I have gone to Target multiple times recently trying to find them, and today was the first time I found them. They were just hanging out on the bottom shelf, because I looked at the top where they have the Miraculous dolls, and since they're like also Playmate, thought they would be up there. Nope, just hanging out at the bottom. So have you watched the reboot yet? What did you think? What's your favorite Winx transformation? And I hope you have a great day. Bye.